Well, good afternoon. And so we are GESTSOC Group 2. And so the video that we'll be discussing today is about the human artificial intelligence, which is in relation to our topic, the 4 IRs of revolution. So I'll start the screen sharing. First, we'll be going through the video. Okay. So we'll now go to our discussion prompt. I'll stop the screen sharing. Okay, so the video is all about how the effects of artificial intelligence may lead to much more complications in the future. And so to start our discussion prompt, we would start off with this first guide question. What were some of the inventions made from the first three IRs, or from the first three industrial revolutions? Well, I'll start from the first industrial revolution. So during the first industrial revolution, there was new technology at that time. There was steam, coal, and even fossil fuels that were made for factory uses. And that effect also produced more workers for employment as well.
Secondly, I'll be answering what inventor made from the second industrial revolution. And from the second industrial revolution, I learned that maritime technology and even automobiles and airplanes were invented during this time because during the second industrial revolution, it was when the internal combustion engine was first introduced, and this is when automobiles started to emerge from um, mechanical inventors, and this is also when Ford was established and all of those things.
As for the third industrial revolution, this is the third industrial revolution, which is mostly known as the digital revolution. It was around second half of the 20th century. So with this era, we saw the inventions such as the computer, internet, electronics, and software.
Okay, and moving forward, the second guide question we'll be answering is, what are some of the modernized technologies that you may find useful today? For me personally, the most useful modernized technology today is my cell phone because it has evolved from many different types of cell phones and even telephones before. Like, for example, the Nokia 1110 and even telecommunication devices way before that really evolved into something as advanced as a touchscreen phone and that has Bluetooth connection and like even Wi-Fi. So yeah, I think that's the most useful for me today because I use it every day.
As for me, the most modernized technology that I found like very useful is laptops, and you can see the progress from like having like yung computer talaga, like having the like parang the what they call that, the LCD thingy, and then the CPU pa. So you can see like the evolution from like that to a laptop right now na in which you can bring it anywhere. And with this, parang you have the Bluetooth na rin, you have the internet, and it's very convenient pa kasi you can use it for like right now I'm using it for online learning. So that's it.
Well, in my case, one of the most useful modern technologies of the day are the modernized versions of appliances, such as for cooking and for home use. So we have modernized vacuums, we have an air condition, we even have modernized technology for cooking as well. So those technologies are very useful, even during these times like COVID-19 quarantine season and all. Like they're very useful for keeping us safe and keeping us sound during the COVID-19 quarantine. And so
With
now,
Um,
okay, okay. So,
go lang.
okay. So for the number 3 question, we would need to state some examples or technologies wherein the incorporation of physical, digital, and biological spheres can be seen.
So to answer the third question, I believe that an example of a technology that incorporation of physical, digital, and biological spheres can be seen is in medical technology when um, doctors and hospitals use the machines such as like x-ray and treadmills for having like a stress test and also the heart rate monitor. I think that's something that is a good example of a technology that can show us a relationship between um, like our physicality and like the digital machines because it those medical technologies can like read our what do you call that can read our biological information there and as well as how well our lifestyle is and how healthy we can be.
As for me, an example from the incorporation with the human lives are the cellular watches, such as like the Apple Watch. So that it is worn and it is connected to our bodies to provide us information such as our heart rate, updates from our social life, and people often use it as a parang to remind them of what needs to be done. So it may be a small piece of gadget, but humans tend to rely on it in so many ways.
Well, in my case, one of the examples of these technologies are the modernized versions of gym equipment, such as the treadmill, electric bike, and electric weights as well. They can also track your body function and your heart rates, as well as your stamina levels in order to track your health and health limitations as well.
Hi. So for our fourth guide question, we'll be answering the question if people seem to face some challenges within the usage of modern technology today that could further the implications of the fourth industrial revolution. And I want to answer this question by saying that yes, people face in fact many challenges within the uses of modern technology today, whether it's having unstable Wi-Fi connection or having bug fixes or um, app like when your apps crash, stuff like that. And I believe that this can further the implications of the fourth industrial revolution because with each passing day that we use technology, we also experience um, the challenges and not only the challenges but also the convenience of technology and this can really further the implications of the fourth industrial revolution in a good way and in a good and bad way in such aspect that it can help us already enhance or improve the things that we need to fix like bug fixes and complications in like apps or in phones machines stuff like that and also in a negative way because maybe who knows if scientists or people who make these kinds of technologies might be able to make something that's actually negative for society in general.
As for me, it doesn't only affect or it doesn't only affect the people but also the society. So for me, one social issue that can be seen from the fourth IR is that many employees lose their jobs because of technology. So companies technology they're good and has better skills it has better skills that most employees and workers don't have. So it's much faster and more accurate. And with this is an issue since it results to less jobs opportunities and employment to many people.
Well, even as of today and to the current situation right now, people could still have further implications with modern technology. Like even in the issue right now, there are people who are only limited to such technology that some people only have access technology is because they're privileged and all. And even though with privilege, there may also be misinformation shared within technology. Like people may have some missing or misinterpreted comprehensions with the use of technology and all, as there may be some people who may tamper or may not know the procedures in using technology as well.
And lastly, for our fifth guide question, we'll be answering if, in our opinion, with the advancement of technology in the further years to come, do we think that there is a possibility that artificial intelligence or AI may outsmart society? For me, this is a very complicated question. I feel like it looks easy to answer, but then if you actually think about it, it can be pretty challenging. So personally, I think that artificial intelligence will be smart and maybe even smarter than society right now. But I don't think that it will be able to fully outsmart society because humans will like evolve at the same time. So with that being said, um, as artificial intelligence isn't like advanced right now as like we can imagine it to be like in the movies when they're just like robots going around the malls and stuff. um I think that um at the same time artificial intelligence advances, humans are also advancing, so hopefully our society will be smarter in the future generations and years to come and be able to limit um, how they develop artificial intelligence because in my perspective, I think it can be a negative thing if we let them be smarter than us because humans are the ones like we inhabit the earth and we're like actual living things and they're just like robots. So yeah.
As for me, I think no, since um, the people has like the control over developing artificial intelligence, like the robot that was created by the Hanson Robotics, the robot named Sophia. So with that, parang the robot only parang gathers data and parang it collects data information and everything like that, but it doesn't actually make decisions by itself. So parang with that, I don't I my answer to the question is no, kasi I feel like people wouldn't allow to be parang outsmarted by technology since they're the ones who invent it and develop it. And over the years, technology may evolve, but I feel like the people then will evolve also, but in a much more greater way than technology.
Well, with this type of question, I could relate it to some movies such as I, Robot and Ex Machina, wherein an artificial intelligence takes over humankind and society as well. So in my own thoughts, I think that without responsibility of the humans, AI may outsmart the society. So humans are the ones who are actually controlling and creating the artificial intelligences. So they also need to be responsible on what they make and how they program it as well. So, and so
So
so so this is our own discussion about our video which tackles about the artificial intelligence in the society as well. So we are GESTSOC Group 2. I am RG Saulog.
I'm Mr. Gamboa.
I'm Jasmine Magat.
And thank you, sir. Thanks for watching.
Thank you po. And I'll stop the recording in 3, 2, 1.